and welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our continued journey to 500,000 subscribers. So do me a favor, hit subscribe, watch, comment, and share, because this stupidity, it doesn't stop tomorrow. Now, we've spent a lot of time on this show talking about when the MAGA fever will finally break. I've spoken with cult experts and former GOP leaders to try to understand what, if anything, can crack Trump's base. Now, one of my favorite people to pick their brain, it's Pam Hemphill. Once a diehard, and I mean a diehard MAGA believer, who's now one of Trump's fiercest critics. Fox News even dubbed her the MAGA granny for her role in storming the Capitol on January 6th. Well, she's one of the few who turned down, by the way, Trump's pardon, and I asked her why, and what she's learned about how to bring others back from the cult. Play the clip. You made a choice that most people wouldn't, and very few people are even talking about. You refused Trump's pardon. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know even how that works. I still believe that you have the pardon, even though you don't want it.
No, they said I don't.
That you do not have the pardon?
Yeah, it was through the senator here, James Rush. They sent him a letter. It said that they will not be sending me a pardon.
Understood.
It's in. They said it a little different, but
was your refusal about your dignity, your independence, or because you saw that there might be strings attached if you accepted it?
No, it's just I was guilty. How do you take a pardon when you're guilty? Give me a break. I can't live with that. It's not about anybody else. It's about what I could live with, what I sleep with, how I have a relationship with the higher power of my own understanding. How do I face him every day? And no, I'm not going to. And plus, I didn't want to be a part of Trump's narrative, the J6 lies. I don't want to be a part of that. So if I take the pardon now, oh my God, that was like, no, they're lying about everything. But mainly, it was just for me. I couldn't be a part of that. I mean, live with it. I don't want to live with that.
It's brave of you. So, because again, you were part of that MAGA crew, when you look at the MAGA of today, do you see it as fractured and tired, or do you think it's still gripping people by the throat?
Oh, they are so angry. They're not the same. Well, they are. I noticed when I got away, I didn't have any anger anymore. I was getting some sleep. It felt, I don't know how to explain it, but back then they weren't as open about being racist and against LGBT, and it wasn't as loud. Now they're louder because Trump has given them permission. It's all because of Trump. Everything points to Trump, but they've given them permission. I mean, and they're out there saying the N-word. They don't care. They have just everything they've been hiding now. They got the free ticket from Trump to just say whatever they want, do whatever they want, and they're doing it. And I don't want to forget to talk about Nick Sortor. I think I was going to start with him, and I went into Katie, right? Let me tell you, I have the interview with the lady that they're accusing attacked him. He was going around with all. Is it okay if I share this now?
Of course.
He was going around picking on all the women, not the men. And one of the ladies saw this and went up to him and asked him to leave. Pretty polite. And he said, I got a right to be here. He's real aggressive. Oh, he's very aggressive. He was aggressive with me. He said, I got everybody in prison on January the 6th. 1,500 people. But anyway, so a lady comes between, he shoves that lady. They get a little close because they want you to leave. You're agitating everybody. And he's saying terrible things to these women. Oh, it's awful. And so she puts an umbrella between them so he'll keep the distance from her, because he's going like he's going to hit her. You don't know what he's going to do, or somebody's going to do. And then he turns and falls into this bed. It probably was a bed for flowers at one time. It had grass in it. And that's how he broke his camera. So I walked up to him and I said, tell me the truth, because I'm on his side. If somebody really hit him, I want him to be sharing it, and I want to go talk to them and say, what did you do that for? We don't hit nobody. He wouldn't tell me nothing. I have the video if you want to see it. He would not tell me nothing. I believe because he had to wait and go somewhere else and tell his lies. Why not tell me? I said, did somebody physically touch you and push you? You know, because I'm talking to him and I would have gone over there and said, why did you do that?
Right.
You know, I wouldn't want to see anybody hit.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what this protest was all about. I
No,
mean, this protest
no.
is about not to have federal troops patrolling the street, which is against the law under posse comitatus, right? The military is not supposed to police American cities. So let me ask you this, because it's like in furtherance of the earlier question. Is there a breaking point? What undeniable truth do you think exists that would finally, and I mean finally, make these people wake up and say, shit, enough. I'm just done with this. I'm done with Trump. I'm done with MAGA.
At this point, they're too far gone. They're too far gone. I've watched the best people interview him and talk to him. No, we have to get Trump out of office. That's it. And they're going to have to just go away crying, you know, and stay with all their denial and their gaslighting and how evil we are. We're after them and there's a deep state. You know, no, we need to just take back our democracy, get the right people in office, because nothing you're going to do right now to help MAGA. It's not going to, you can't get through to them right now. My own family, they won't.
So let's talk about your family, right? Just pick one person who is MAGA to the point that you can't even speak to that person. Who would that person be?
Well, I promised to keep identity out of this. However, you know, people that have a lot of.
Let's just say it's a family member, right? It's a family member.
When people have a lot, well, go ahead.
I was going to ask you what is it that is creating the rift between the two of you?
Well, I've recognized and realized, that people with a lot of money, I mean, millions, they're worried about taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I finally got it. Because I know my family member is not racist. I wouldn't consider him MAGA per se. They told me I was mentally ill for doing what I'm doing. So I saw my therapist, in fact, yesterday. She's a PhD from Harvard. I told her what's going on. You're not mentally ill. You're standing up for democracy. I don't know why he's saying things like that to you. Well, you know, we know why. They have us as mentally ill. And what we're doing is saying liars. And so it's a very painful thing for me to talk about and share because it hurts so bad. Sure. I really love this family member. And I wish they would listen to some of the facts that I've learned, but no open mind to hear it. They don't want to hear it. And I
think you're wrong, Pam. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think you're wrong. I'm going to tell you when I believe that they're going to say enough, that I'm done with it. I'll give you an example. I don't know what this person does, but right now, Trump's running a government shutdown. Yeah. What if they worked for government? What if their business relied upon the government remaining open? And now all of a sudden, because I get it, I have a lot of incredibly wealthy friends, and they talk Trump all the time to me. But they're not talking because they agree that a woman shouldn't have reproductive decision-making rights. They don't believe that ICE should be patrolling streets and kicking down doors and bringing Black Hawk helicopters into Chicago and, descending down ropes and kicking down doors and arresting and separating families. They don't believe that. But they like his tax policies. They like the fact that they're going to keep more money in their pockets. Now, the sickest thing is some of these people are so rich, they couldn't spend all their money. And I mean it. Could not spend all their money in 100 lifetimes. But they're all about their next boat, their next airplane, their next, their next vacation home that they want to buy, adding another 10,000 square feet to their mansion already in the Hamptons. This is what's important to them. But when your business gets fucked up, when it gets shut down, when it gets decimated because government is no longer functioning, what do you think ends up happening? All of a sudden, as James Carville says, it's the economy, stupid. That's when, for example, farmers are saying right now, are you joking? We all voted for you. You put this stupid tariff on our product, on soy. China turned around and told us to go fuck ourselves. Argentina is now supplying China with all of the soy. So now our farmers are sitting there with millions and millions of pounds of soy, right? They have entire elevators filled and holding, properties filled with soy that they can't sell because there's no market. And these folks don't want handouts. They're hardworking, decent, honest people. And now they can't sell their product. Why? Why? Because Trump imposed a tariff, right? And we just bailed out Argentina as well on top of everything so that they could what? Now steal the customer, right, for our soy. That's when people will say, holy shit, I'm done.
Yeah, in fact, I spoke to a lady that's an advocate for the farmers, and she came out and she was telling me that the Proud Boys are getting $1,000 for everyone they can find and arrest out in the farms. I got that on video. I got it on video, what she said.
So now he's got.
I mean, everything I'm sharing, I can't give you what she's saying. I just want you to know.
Well, okay, I understand. So now you're talking about having bounty hunters, but
yeah, by sheriffs. Sheriffs are getting them out there.
Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.